I'll tell you what, guys, you know the gambling gods are definitely smiling on you when you have a team like I did last night in the Drexel Dragons, which you got as the $5 play of the week promotion, and they were a 5-point underdog at George Mason. Well, guys, I'll tell you what, after the first 8 minutes when they were down 33-13, yeah, I was a little concerned. Then I think they were down 13 at halftime, and what happens? They come back with a huge second half rally and win the game outright. And it just goes to show you what I've always maintained, that ultimately the breaks go more in your way than not. Of course, when the breaks are not going your way, you never think you're going to get another one in your entire gambling life, but I definitely have been smiled on last night, and that was on the heels of cashing in with the Charity Play of the Week promotion on Wednesday night when I gave you Kansas State in a 26-point rout, laying 9 at home against Texas. Listen, that was Charity Play. Remember, you can see all the Charity Play information and who to make a donation to if you participate in the program. It's all here underneath the video report. So once again, I hope you certainly take part and do your part, especially if you're participating in the Charity Play of the Week promotion. And again, it doesn't matter how much you give, just give what you can afford. And I understand with many of you playing offshore, you don't get the monies won for a number of days, sometimes up to a week. That's okay. The family that's in need, they're not going anywhere, guys. They still need your financial assistance, whether it's today, tomorrow, or next Thursday. So again, all the information is right down below me. Okay, this is going to be your Friday video report. Of course, I'm Al DeMarco. You know that by now. You clicked on the video, right? A lot of changes here at the site. And let me talk about them first before getting to your free pick and getting to your promotion. First of all, Matt Rivers, who has been a charter member of this site since I started this whole business, over 10, 11 years ago now it's been. Matt Rivers last night cashed in once more, made it 16 out of 24 winning days, hit number 10 out of 11 with his 200,000 star releases with Illinois, getting the cover at Michigan State. He is no longer going to be an everyday handicapper at the site. Matt is instead going to become an in-and-out handicapper, I like to call them, much like Shawn Michaels, just releasing plays when he particularly likes the game. The main reason, listen, I'm going to be honest with you, the main reason behind this, and I've told you before, Matt runs a big valet car service company in Southern Florida, in the Miami area, and work is good. His business is good, and he just wants to get out of the daily grind of being an everyday handicapper, instead isolate particular games that he likes and release them when he wants to here on the site. He feels that his winning percentage will go up even more. Shit, he's won 16 of the last 24 days, so I mean, I can't really complain. And this also allows him to maintain his status here at the site as one of the charter members. So he is going to continue, and when he has plays, I will certainly tell you about them here at the site. Chuck O'Brien, he is no longer at the site. His contract expired yesterday, the end of January, and he decided, not me, he decided not to renew it. He's going to venture out on his own. I wish him best of luck. He's been certainly very successful at the site over the past couple years, had that great football run in the NFL earlier this season, has been a steady producer in baseball the past three years, in fact, so wish him well. With exits, that means there's going to be new arrivals. First one is going to be Brett Atkins. Now, some of you may recall, Brett Atkins was here about 2 years ago. He was here for a year, and then there was just a difference of opinion, and he decided to leave, and it was just one of those things. Obviously, there was no hard feelings because I offered Brett the opportunity to come back at the site, and he gladly took that opportunity. I like this guy. I think he's a very good handicapper. It's the reason why I had him join some of these sites that you're seeing my video on a few years back. This is a guy who's been in Vegas for, I guess about the last 14 years or so. You know, he's seen everything that you can possibly see in this business. You know, I've said that about myself in the past 25 years, and I think this guy has done the same. He believes in spotting bad lines. That's the key to his success. Now, listen, every handicapper is going to tell you that. Every gambler wants to spot a bad line as well. But the key is understanding what makes a bad line bad. Is it because the public is jumping on it? Is it because the odds makers have undervalued or overvalued a particular team? He is going to be releasing his plays on an everyday basis starting today. Another guy I've added to the site is going to be Brad Wilton. Brad is a Vegas junkie, much like Anthony Red, and that's how Brad Wilton came to this site, because Anthony, who I've told you many times is a professional gambler, lives and dies and breathes. I think they have a cot set up at a number of different casinos in the back room of the sports books, because I've never seen Anthony Red, anywhere else other than a sports book. I mean, he lives in, well, this guy, Brad, is a guy that Anthony Red met, has been friends with for a couple of years, much like him, a sports book rat. A guy who, I think he has a solid opinion. And I want to take another guy who's a professional gambler and offer his plays here on a daily basis as well. And listen, you know me, guys, I'll tell you the good and the bad. When these guys are winning, I'll tell you. When they're losing, I'll point that out as well. Brad, by the way, and go to both of their sites. You can read the biographies that they put down here on the sites. And it gives you a kind of a sense of what they're into. A couple of other moves here. Well, one other move for you, actually. Bob Valentino's contract expired yesterday. He was an in-and-out handicapper, had that great run with the guaranteed plays, hitting 4 out of 5 over the past 2 months. But we have parted company with Bob Valentino as well. So, Matt Rivers, in-and-out handicapper now, releasing plays when he likes a particular game on the board instead of every single day. New handicappers, Brad Wilton and Brett Atkins. We say goodbye to Chuck O'Brien and Bob Valentino. Whew. And there's going to be one more guy that I'll talk about hopefully in tomorrow's report. I'm trying to get him up to speed in terms of updating his site. There's going to be another new edition, and once he joins the site, believe me, it ain't easy teaching these guys how to update an internet site, even though it's internet for dummies as far as I'm concerned. This is just not their bread and butter. Guys, they're gamblers. They're not sitting here and spending all day and night typing on their keyboards. But when that happens, I'll tell you all about it. Listen, yesterday, Trace Adams finally lost a college basketball play. I mean, it had to happen sooner or later. Unfortunately, it was yesterday. He had won 10 straight college basketball best bet winners. The past 2 nights, I gave you his play with a half-price option. Unfortunately, last night, Butler got shellacked by St. Louis. But, 11 out of 13 winning days in which a $1 bettor has won $11,000. Are we really going to complain? That half-price special is something which I only started a couple days ago, but my God, you guys must love it with the overwhelming response. So I was looking for somebody here tonight, and I want to do it again here for Friday. And I'm going to turn to Anthony Red. $10 bettors have won $4,275 in college hoops the past 2 years following his advice. In the NBA, they've won $4,575. Last night, he came off a big 75-dime winner on Illinois. Tonight in college basketball, 30-dime winner number 3 in a row. It's an Ivy League game, which I think goes at 7 o'clock Eastern Time, Yale and Harvard. It's his college basketball winner number 16 out of 23. If you were to purchase it, it would cost you $75. You can get it for half price by using coupon code HALF50, HALF and the number 50, HALF50. That means you can get Anthony Red's play today for $37.50, not $75. For those of you the newcomers to the site, you go to A-Red's page, you hit the Buy Now button, it puts in your shopping cart, it shows $75. You put in the coupon code when prompted in the little box, HALF50, no space between half and the number 50. That will take $37.50 off the total purchase price, leaving you with a net cost of $37.50 for his college basketball winner number 16 out of 23, his 30-dime winner number 3 in a row, as he looks to get that college basketball bankroll and his overall basketball bankroll even higher over the past 2 years. Now, for your free pick tonight, guys, I'm going to go with the Detroit Pistons. I'm going to go with the Indiana Pacers, actually. The Indiana Pacers plus the 2 at home against Miami. They beat the Heat earlier this season, 87-77 back on January 8th. That was the only time this season the Heat have been held to under 84 points. And it's not like their big three didn't play that bad. LeBron had 22 points, although had a season-high 7 turnovers. D-Wade had 30, Chris Bosh 14. The problem is everybody else on the team combined to shoot 4 for 22. That's how the Pacers win game, with their strong defensive play. You remember how last year in that second-round playoff series, I thought, and you probably did too, the Pacers had the Heat on the ropes, but then after taking a 2-1 lead, Heat came back and won the final 3 games. I know Danny Granger is not in the lineup. I know the Pacers capped the road trip with 3 straight losses before winning just a couple nights ago by 10 points over the, or no, I don't know who. They beat them by 20 points. I think it was over the Detroit Pistons a couple nights ago, 98-79. So what's that, 19 points? They beat them on Wednesday. Miami has won 5 out of 6 games, just beat up the Brooklyn Nets on Wednesday. But remember, this is the same team that lost in double overtime at Boston on Sunday. Pacers get up for the Heat, guys. I think this is going to be a low-scoring game. I would be really surprised if this total got out of the 170s. But more importantly, I think the Pacers are going to win the game. So I think in a low-scoring game, Indiana plus the 2 is the way to go. And the Pacers are going to be your free pick. Best of luck to you guys, and I will catch you again on Saturday morning.